What is up, guys? Rick Cacus here, and today we are going to be discussing armor in Destiny 2, or rather, how armor can improve from Destiny going forth into Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is kind of on our doorstep. In about a month, we have the gameplay reveal livestream. In only a few months after that, we'll have the beta. And then in a few months after that, the full game will finally arrive. And yet, it is still early enough in development that I feel that it's realistic to implement the ideas that I'm going to be presenting today. And it is very important to present those ideas, I believe. It's important to let Bungie know what we didn't like, what we did like and want to see more, to help them make Destiny 2 the best experience they can make. So if you guys agree with what I'm saying, like my ideas, please remember to support the video. And also, leave your own ideas in the comment section down below. I'm just one person. I've seen a lot of fantastic ideas in the comment section in previous videos. So, armor. I want to get one thing straight right off the bat. The armor in Destiny is basically unparalleled with how amazing it looks. I honestly think that, compared to other video games, Bungie knocks this out of the park when we're talking about armor. Armor sets, like take the new raid sets, a lot of them look fantastic. They look absolutely incredible. And not only that, Bungie has somehow figured out a way to make armor sets look rather different. Now, yes, of course, there's some reskins thrown in there. No one's going to deny that. But when you have certain armor sets, the Hesperos armor set, the Dawning armor set, the Raids armor set, you have very specific armor sets, very different from each other. And not only that, they've also achieved having differentiation between the three classes. Hunter armor looks very different from Warlock armor, which looks very different from Titan armor. So they've achieved a great amount of diversity and just cool lookingness with the armor that they've put into Destiny 1. And that brings us to our first topic. I think there really needs to be bonuses for equipping armor sets in Destiny 2. Because in Destiny 1, not only is it unrealistic, but it's also often detrimental to your gameplay experience, which is really sad. Again, like I said, the armor sets look fantastic. I would love to be walking around with a full set of my Titan Dawning armor or a full set of Crota's End armor with the new ornaments looking fly, but it is so difficult to ask people in the game, hey, you have to go and get all of the RNG to get each piece of armor in this set, and then not only that, also get good perks and good stats. It is so difficult to achieve tier 12, or even just to get the perks that you want, the reload perks, the ammo perks that you want, and still maintain a full armor set. And so that is why there needs to be some sort of bonus for equipping an entire armor set. Now, I want to stop full halt right now. Just wait a second. I am not talking about the kind of bonuses you get from a game like The Division. The Division, along with some other games, have extremely impactful armor set bonuses. For example, in The Division, if you're wearing 2 armor pieces of the same set, you're going to get a certain bonus. 3, you're going to get another bonus. And 4, you're going to get a huge bonus related to that set. And again, these are huge bonuses. For 2 pieces, you can get something like, 10% increase to headshot damage. 3 pieces is a 30% increase to stability or something like that. And then all 4 will grant some pretty insane abilities. The ability to reload your guns when they're stowed away. The ability to get perks from all of your guns put on one gun. So imagine if you had, let's say, 2 Isolunas equipped. One of them would get all of the perks from both of them, stuff like that. Now I know obviously you can only have one primary in Destiny, but that's aside. The point I'm trying to make is that The Division offers massive, game-changing, and hugely impactful gameplay bonuses for set armor. I don't think that's the way to go for Destiny. Destiny has that in the sense of exotics. Exotic armor pieces provide those game-changing bonuses that you can focus your build around. But introducing that kind of division-style armor setup, I think would ruin that nuance and ruin that Destiny feel. I don't feel that that's a way to go. However, smaller, more subtle bonuses would be very, very impactful, and I think positive on gameplay experience. The first one, and this I think is a fantastic idea, I'm sorry to toot my own horn, but this is a fantastic idea for Destiny. We don't necessarily know how Destiny 2 is going to work in terms of bonuses. I'm talking intellect, discipline, and strength. But if this was introduced into Destiny, this would be, I think, a great incentive to wear armor sets, and that is provide a small stat bonus for an equipped armor set. So if you were to equip all but one of, let's say, the Dawning armor, so you could have one space for an exotic armor piece, you would get a stat bonus. Let's say +5 discipline and +5 strength. If you were to equip every single piece the Dawning armor and have no exotics, you would get +10 of the same thing, +10 strength, +10 discipline, or whatever the two randomized stats would be. But this small stat increase would be a huge incentive for people to wear an armor set, and the reason being is because it would lessen the load of getting those perfect rolls. Having, again, even a small increase, +8 strength, +8 discipline, would mean that you don't have to get the perfect stat roll for all of your armor pieces in that set. You can much more easily wear a set of armor and still find that tier 12 capable loadout. And I think if that idea was introduced into Destiny, you would see a ton more people walking around in actual armor sets, plus or minus an exotic piece. And I think you should make the option to use one exotic armor piece because exotics are so important for designing your loadout in Destiny. So if Destiny 2 is doing anything similar to the whole intellect, discipline, strength dynamic, I think having stat bonuses for armor sets would be a great idea. But another fantastic idea, and this is much more likely to actually be in Destiny 2, is have bonuses for faction rep. This is something that I can't believe isn't in Destiny, but you should get a decent Crucible rep bonus for wearing a set of Crucible armor, right? And the same should work for Dead Orbit, Future War Cult, Vanguard, all of that stuff. That would be a great way to get people to rep their faction, to show off that they're with Future War Cult and wear the entire Future War Cult armor set if they were getting a huge Future War Cult rep bonus, if they got a bunch more experience towards leveling up that faction by wearing that armor set. I think that would be, again, that huge incentive. It wouldn't be massively game-changing, but it would actually motivate people to wearing those sets. Now you also could have subtle abilities unlocked with armor sets as well. Take some of the more less used weapon perks like Eye of the Storm. That would be a decent bonus for wearing an armor set. You're wearing the entire King's Fall set, you gain accuracy when your health is lower. Again, it's Eye of the Storm, it's not a super impactful perk, people don't really look for it on weapons, but getting it passively for wearing all or all but one to accommodate an exotic armor slot of a set and providing that bonus would be a motivating factor in collecting that armor set. Now another thing I feel that armor should really try to do in Destiny 2 is to provide more actual armor perks to build around. We're not talking about sets anymore, we're just talking about individual armor pieces. I felt that the armor in Destiny was pretty lacking in its actual customization and the actual, motivating factor to build a class around. I did videos about ultimate builds and there actually is less than you'd want in terms of actual builds you can make in Destiny because the armor perks don't have much In terms of impactful perks, they're more subtle. Gain bonus super energy when killing minions of the darkness, and then that same thing but killing minions of the darkness with special, with heavy. Gain more grenade energy with melees and vice versa. They didn't have hugely game-changing perks, and now I'm not asking for hugely game-changing perks. Of course, those are on the exotics. So we need to keep those on the exotics, and it's likely what Destiny 2 is going to do. However, there's a huge gap between exotic armor way up at the top, and then right underneath that we have the Rise of Iron artifacts. Those provided pretty substantial, and those are gameplay differentiating abilities. Taking away your super and giving you 2 grenades and 2 melees, that is a huge build around ability, and you see several of those exist within the artifacts. So those are kind of an interesting way to have almost an exotic ability, but not quite. Have that build around factor within armor. There needs to be something in between the Rise of Iron exotics and the current armor pieces we have right now, which are way down at the bottom of the spectrum. There's definitely some design space in between. Perks such as gain increased grenade recharge when using a solar based subclass. Right? Just even something like that, which will incentivize you to build a certain way. If you're playing the gunslinger, you want to find armor with those kind of abilities so you can make that gunslinger even better. Even something along the lines of get an extra round of special ammunition when you get a melee kill or a grenade kill. That is a more subtle ability, definitely not worth an entire exotic armor piece, I don't think, but that could be something that fits to an armor piece to again design your build around. And you could, if you wanted, get even more targeted and specific. Have armor with perks that give you bonuses to agility or armor depending on what subclass node you actually pick. Gain bonus agility when using quiver. Gain bonus armor when using pulse grenades. Stuff like that. Now those are just examples, and of course they can change depending on what is in Destiny 2. But those would allow you to get more targeted, and those would allow you to really specialize in a certain class and perfect a certain class. If you really like a certain build of the Night Stalker Hunter, you're really going to be going after those type of perks on your armor to perfect that build, and I think that would be something very exciting in Destiny 2. And so guys, those are my ideas for how armor could improve from Destiny into Destiny 2. But again, what do you think? Leave your ideas in the comment section down below. I love to hear them. And guys, if you did enjoy this video and did like some of my ideas, please make sure to support the video by liking, commenting, and especially sharing. Hopefully, someone from Bungie may actually see this and we can maybe get these ideas implemented. And guys, if you want to see more Destiny content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. And if you actually want to see new uploads, be sure to press the bell beside subscribe. Now, if you guys want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickKakis. That's linked in the description down below, as is my Twitch channel, which you can also follow. Again, hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.